How's it going, everybody? Wayne here. Today we have another 6 games that we'll be adding to the collection, and we're also going to find out who wins the signed Charles Martinet poster. Let's do it. Alright, first up we have a game that I haven't played until now, and that game is Forsaken 64. Forsaken 64 was developed by Iguana Entertainment and published by Acclaim. It released for the N64 in 1998. Forsaken 64 is a pretty fun game not talked about much. It's a first-person shooter where you take control of a bike and search places for loot after the Earth was destroyed. It's fun zipping through the tunnels in search of weapons and destroying enemies. The controls are good, but because of the nature of the game, they can fight you at times. The graphics can be a little foggy as well, making it hard to see where enemies are coming from. The game also has a multiplayer mode that allows 4 players to hunt down and destroy each other. Overall, Forsaken 64 is a fun game, and another one I'll come back to. And Forsaken 64 is game number 84 for the Complete in Box N64 library. Next up, our second Duke Nukem game, Duke Nukem 0 Hour. Duke Nukem 0 Hour was developed by Eurocom and published by GT Interactive. It released for the N64 in 1999. Unlike the first-person shooter Duke Nukem 64, Duke Nukem 0 Hour is a third-person shooter. This was the second Duke Nukem game on the N64. The graphics were enhanced, and the game allows you to choose from many control options, allowing you to play the game how you want. Although this game has better graphics and it's more clear than the first game, it suffers from terrible slowdown. It is a game worth checking out if you're into N64 shooters. And Duke Nukem 0 Hour is game number 85 for the N64 library. Next up we have Rampage II Universal Tour. Rampage II was developed by Avalanche Soft and published by Midway Games, releasing for the N64 in 1999. This is a side-scrolling game where you choose one of 3 monsters and destroy cities. You can eat people and objects and increase your health. Being that this is the 3rd game in the Rampage series, the 2nd on the N64, not much improvement has been made. The graphics were slightly upgraded, but the gameplay is all the same. It's like NASCAR 99 and 2000. It's pretty much the same game. Just like the other Rampage games, destroying buildings is fun for the first level, and then it starts getting old. Wonder how many people went on a rampage after paying $50 for the game. Stupid. And Rampage 2 is game number 86 for the N64 library. Next up is a game we already have in the collection, but we haven't talked about it, and that game is Triple Play 2000. Triple Play 2000 was developed by Treyarch and published by EA Sports. It released for the N64 in 1999. In Triple Play, the teams and players with their stats were real. They actually included the 1998 stats, which had Sammy Sosa's 66 home run record and Mark McGwire's 70 home runs. One thing I like about this game is the batting and pitching. You have many ways to pitch the ball and put it exactly where you want it. You select the type of pitch you want to do with the C buttons. The batting is also enjoyable and not overly difficult like in the King Griffey Jr. games. However, despite the good, the graphics suck in this game. The players look like little ants running onto the field. Overall, the game is okay for a baseball game, but I'd choose another baseball game on the N64 before this one. And Triple Play 2000 is game number 87 for the N64 library. Next up, another car game, Rush 2. Rush 2 was developed by Atari Games and published by Midway. It released for the N64 in 1998. Rush 2 is the 2nd Rush game on the N64, following San Francisco Rush, which we already covered. When you turn the game on, it looks a lot like the original game at first glance. Many of the cars are the same, and the tracks look the same on the selection screen as well. Many of the sound effects from the first Rush game carried over, and the controls also feel like the original game. However, a lot has changed. New cars, different tracks, more secrets to discover. I didn't own the game growing up, but I would have loved it just as much as the first game. One major improvement in Rush 2 is being able to completely modify your car, both cosmetically and performance-wise. All the collectibles are here. You can find keys and Mountain Dew cans and drink them. And you gotta love the Easter eggs. Even though California Speed is on the billboard, it didn't release till the next year. And Rush 2 is game number 88 for the N64 library. The last game was a duplicate, and that was Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. This lot of 6 games cost me $83 shipped, and at $83 shipped, that brings the total up to $4,155. Let's get these games on the shelf. Alright, so there were 68 people that commented on the video, and I wrote everybody's name down, and I'm on random.org. I'm going to generate a number 12 times because that's my number. Here we go. 1, 2. Alright, the number is 36. And number 36 is Retro Rick. Retro Rick, you won the signed Charles Martinet poster. Again, I really hate doing giveaways because I wish everybody could win, but it is what it is. Thank you all for all the likes and comments on the Game Room Tour video. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe. I'll be collecting the entire N64 library, complete in box, right here on the show. Also, make sure to leave a thumbs up for Charles Martinet. Until next time, I'm Wayne, and thanks for watching.